This is an All Ears English podcast, episode 2443, Spy Movie Vocabulary in English. Welcome to the All Ears English podcast, downloaded more than 200 million times. Are you feeling stuck with your English? We'll show you how to become fearless and fluent by focusing on connection, not perfection. With your American hosts, Lindsay McMahon, the English adventurer, and Michelle Kaplan, the New York radio girl, coming to you from Colorado and New York City, USA. To get real-time transcripts right on your phone and create your personalized vocabulary list, try the All Ears English app for iOS and Android. Start your 7-day free trial at allearsenglish.com/app.
Do you like crime shows and spy movies? Today, get movie vocabulary to watch this kind of film in English and to fully enjoy it.
Hey there, Michelle. How are you today?
I'm good, Lindsay. How are you?
Good. Michelle, have you ever had anything stolen from you?
Why, yes, Lindsay. We've spoken about this before.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and I got pickpocketed in Amsterdam, but also another time I got my phone stolen was...
Really?
I was in, I still know exactly the restaurant. It was called Cleopatra's Needle on the Upper West Side. It was the first year I moved to New York. So it was my brother and sister-in-law, and I went to the bathroom and I set my phone on something and I left the bathroom, and then I went back to the bathroom to get it, and it was not there.
Oh, no, that's too bad. That's always a liability there.
Yeah.
Bummer.
Such a ding dong about that stuff.
I had a camera stolen once when I was traveling, and I also did something stupid. I just left it on a bed in a hostel, and then I went out, and I don't know what I was thinking, and I think I left the room for like an hour or two, and then it was gone. So sometimes we just forget to do the things with common sense, right? We just leave things sitting around. Yeah.
I know. It's when you're just not paying attention. You're just not thinking, and you get a little too comfortable, right? But today we are going to answer a great listener question. This is from Sophia, who we love, who asks amazing questions. Would you like me to read the question?
Yes, please do.
All right. So she says, "Hi, I'm Sophia, and I've been a longtime listener of All Ears English. I really enjoyed the podcast. It has helped me a lot in improving my English." Well, Sophia, we love you too.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, you are awesome. Really. She says, in the 5-minute quiz episode 2371 of March 11th, 2025, I heard, and we'll talk about that in a second, I heard Aubrey say, because often we do use the word hot to mean illegal or stolen, right? She says, I found this really interesting, and I was wondering if you could share more common examples of situations where hot is used with this meaning. I'd love to learn how to use it naturally in a conversation. Thank you so much. I look forward to your response. Take care, Sophia. Sophia, you are awesome. What are these 5-minute quizzes, Lindsay?
Oh, good question, Michelle. So guys, if you don't know about our 5-minute quizzes over in Apple Podcasts, that would be a reason to listen in Apple and to subscribe. So if you sign up for our Apple Plus program, All Ears English Plus, you will get 4 5-minute quizzes every week. So after every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday episode, we drop a quiz, a simple quiz to check your comprehension of vocabulary, of meaning, and overall comprehension of the entire episode. It's easy, it's fun, it's straightforward. And once you subscribe, they just drop right into your feed. All right.
Right. And these are quizzes you listen to. So that's what's really cool about it is where it's like another little mini episode because we have fun with them. Sometimes I record them as well. And it's always a good time. They're quick and you get some little extra tidbits on there.
Exactly. So guys, check that out. Go over to Apple and sign up for All Ears English Plus. All right, good. So, Michelle, let's get into answering. Well, before we get into it, I do want to say thank you to one of our reviewers in Apple Podcasts. This is Joyboy5 from Ghana, who left us a 5-star review. Very heartfelt and wonderful review, and huge thank you to that special listener. Guys, leaving a review for the show is one way to communicate to us what All Ears English means to you, how it's helping you, and it keeps us motivated, right?
Absolutely. Thank you so much. That means a lot to us. So, yes. All right. So let's get to Sophia's question. So, hot can mean a lot of things. Of course, we think of hot meaning the weather or good looking or whatever. But one of the definitions is about being illegal or suspicious or stolen, right, Lindsay?
Yeah, it's interesting, right? Because this is, I think, a lesser known way of using the word hot. I feel like I haven't heard it that much, but it is a way we use the word hot sometimes, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So let's give some examples. So here we go. The cops pulled him over because they checked the license plate and it turns out the car was hot.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah. Or another one. I don't want to buy a phone from him. I think it's hot. I'd rather buy one from the store. Michelle, do you use this way in your everyday life?
I'll be honest, not so much. What about you?
Yeah, not so much. But it's good to know it. You might hear it in a movie.
Crime show. Yep.
Crime shows, right? So we're just showing you all just the underlying language that exists, but maybe isn't used all the time. But you want to, it gives you context to enjoy movies, to enjoy conversation, news stories, things like that. Okay.
Yeah. Or here's another example. The FBI tapped his phone line and found out he was dealing with several hot pieces of merchandise.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. And like I said, I also don't really use it this way. Yeah. But the first thing I think of is car, a hot car, a stolen car. That is the most common theme for me when it comes to this word.
Yeah. So we're going to go over a couple of other different things that, you might say. So there's also these are kind of like spy crime words, right? So tapped. So when you hear tapped, that means that something is being watched or spied on or under surveillance, right, Lindsay? So in that way, sometimes people use hot as well, right? Yes. So sometimes, you might say like, make sure you don't say anything. I think your house is hot. Now we might say that in terms of like, oh, we think you're being watched, right?
Wow, this is serious spy movie stuff here, Michelle. Right? So this isn't the kind of conversation normal everyday people are really having. This is really more for our listeners to enjoy movies, right?
Yeah.
Government spy movies, things like that. The CIA, things that we normal people don't really know. But we love to watch those. Yeah. Okay, Michelle, anything else here? Yeah.
Or here's another example. He got arrested because he didn't know that his deal was being done when there was an undercover cop and the car was hot. So same idea here.
Yes, I love that. All right. So Michelle, what are some other ways to say that something is suspicious or illegal? All right. Yes, we are back, Michelle. What about the phrase being watched?
Okay, so this is a good one. So the thief didn't know he was being watched. There were cameras everywhere. Okay. Or tapped, which is what we were talking about before, but we wanted to do an example. Yeah. So Lindsay, what does it mean to be tapped?
So we mentioned this before. So to be wiretapped. So maybe some kind of microphone has been put into your phone, or I guess sometimes in movies you see this where someone might put a microphone in a hotel room, right? Michelle, what is your favorite spy movie? Do you have any favorite movies involving this kind of thing?
Ooh, I can't think of one. I think about Nixon, right? Like the Watergate.
Oh, yes.
So right?
Yes. Well, that's a great story, right? And that is kind of a spy wiretapping related story. I really like the movie Argo, which
that was great. Yeah,
really good movie. He was a CIA. I don't know if he was a spy or undercover agent or something like that. But his job was to go in and get the hostages from the crisis in the late 70s out. Fascinating movie.
That was a great movie. Yeah, I forgot about that one. Yeah, so any of these movies, it's always kind of fun to see these spy movies and there's a they call it a museum, I think, but I wouldn't call it a museum. It's in New York, and I went with Dan once. It's like I can't remember the name of it, but basically you go and you participate in all these activities where you pretend you're a spy. And
I think there's one in DC too. Oh, actually.
Oh, well, there's a spy museum in DC. That's an actual museum. I think this was, that's awesome. It's always fun to think about spies. And I mean, I'm even thinking about way back to Harriet the Spy. Remember Harriet the Spy?
Oh, yeah, of course. So fun. We're so intrigued. Normal people that have nothing to do with this are just so intrigued by this whole world. And it's true. So now our listeners are going to have some of the vocabulary to watch these movies and really get into it. Under investigation, Michelle, is another one. Might be a little more formal. You might hear this. You might actually read this in the news about a scenario where a person of interest is under investigation, right?
So so did you read the example? I didn't hear.
Let me go ahead and read the example.
Okay.
The whole area is under investigation, so the cops aren't letting anyone in.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Lindsay, we've talked about like courtroom shows. What about crime shows? Do you like those?
Sometimes I do. The one that I watch nowadays is Tracker. It's with the guy from This Is Us. I mean,
how is that?
It's good. I mean, he's really good looking, so that helps. It's a decent show. It's not like this TV show is going to win like huge awards or anything like that, but it's, when you want to just do some mind-numbing TV, it's good. It's good.
Yeah. No, that's fun. That's fun. Let's do a role play. Here you are telling me about a new spy movie that you watched.
Okay, here we go. Michelle, it was so good.
Oh, really? What's it about?
It's about this guy who's committing fraud, and he has this feeling he's being watched, but he has no proof. It messes with his head. He's also under investigation for leading a Ponzi scheme.
Whoa, that sounds intense. So does he have a ton of hot items?
Oh, yeah, he's stolen too. In one scene, he doesn't know it, but his phone is tapped. Then the FBI comes in and busts him.
Don't tell me anymore, Lindsay. Maybe I'll see it.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, that's the key. When you share movies, we've talked about this on the show.
Spoilers, yeah.
How do you share enough to get someone to watch, but not to tell the whole point of the movie, the whole... Yeah. So what did we say here, Michelle?
All right. So you said it's about this guy who's committing fraud. He has this feeling he is being watched.
Good. And then I said he's also under investigation for leading a Ponzi scheme. And a Ponzi scheme is similar to what happened with Bernie Madoff, right? The pyramid scheme concept. Yeah, not good.
Yeah. And then I said, so does he have a ton of hot items? So yeah, I don't think that I would have asked it in this way.
Yeah, I agree. Again, it just doesn't really enter kind of normal people's vocabulary, this hot word. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So we snuck that in there to make it work with the episode. But maybe for that one, guys, it's more about keeping your ears open. If you do hear it, you'll know what it means.
I agree. Right? I agree. And then you said, but his phone is tapped. So wiretapped. So somebody's listening in.
Yes. Michelle, there is another episode our listeners can go to. Guys, go over to a Saturday episode, a Sassy Saturday. This isn't what I ordered. How to ask for the correct order in English. Michelle, there's a whole art of ordering in English, right?
Exactly. And maybe you want to order your meal and then you want to go watch a spy movie. And so this is a perfect combo.
Exactly. Sounds like a dream day for me.
Yeah.
I mean, sounds great. Michelle, what's our takeaway today?
Okay, well, this is a great question from Sophia. Another great question. Yeah, so again, a takeaway from today is I wouldn't go around now trying to use hot all the time in that context. But it is super good to know, and we gave you more information about what it means, where you would hear it, and also other vocabulary that you can use to talk about these types of shows and movies. A lot of fun.
Love it. Good stuff, guys. Hit the follow button if you love All Ears English and you believe in our mission of connection, not perfection. We're looking for human connection in everything we learn when it comes to English. Okay? Excellent. All right, Michelle, we'll see you in the next one. You have a good day.
You too. Bye, Lindsay.
Okay, bye-bye. Thanks for listening to All Ears English. Would you like to know your English level? Take our 2-minute quiz. Go to allearsenglish.com/fluency score. And if you believe in connection, not perfection, then hit subscribe now to make sure you don't miss anything. See you next time.